Oh no, guys, you're live? I didn't even know I hit the button, you guys. I was getting ready to go live and didn't even realize I'd hit the button. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I am in the kitchen today cooking my baby boy, my youngest boy, who just graduated from high school this weekend. I asked him if he wanted me to cook this weekend, and he said yes, which means, hi guys, which means that mommy's in the kitchen. Let me see if I can turn this around. I made some mac and cheese. We got some green beans cooking. We got some greens cooking. And I'm the type, guys, I don't cook as much as I used to. And my family is like complaining because I don't cook like I used to. Hey guys, coming on. And I did some meal prep. Also, I'm cutting up some vegetables, preparing for the week. We're going to do some meal prep with some mahi-mahi and some chicken for meal prep for the week. And we got some baked beans cooking in the oven. RLP cuisine, right? I've got some ribs cooking. This is my secret. Now look, y'all, don't no, I can't be showing all that. That's gonna go in the cookbook. That's my secret to some ribs, y'all. Secret to the ribs. I do a special thing with the ribs. We've got some corn grilling some corn. Get this little toasty so it's just nice and brown. And my kids love the corn, grilled corn. Got that going. So that's going to be done. And yeah, so everything's good. I'm about to put this lemon cake in the oven. I've got a lemon bundt cake I'm putting in the oven. One of the things that sold me on this townhome is that it's dual ovens. Can you guys see that? Dual ovens. I love that. So no, today's not the party, Nija. I am just cooking for my family, just the boys, the kids, my bonus daughter, Carrie, his son. Hold on, I'm turning this around so you guys can see me. And yeah, I'm cooking for family today, and then next weekend we're having a big party for the kids. We're actually celebrating my niece, my bonus daughter's graduation from last year. Because of COVID, we weren't able to celebrate her graduation, so we're celebrating her this year, and so we're doing a big party next weekend for everybody. But today I'm just mom is cooking for the immediate, for the kids and Carrie today. Lena Boo says, I want a plate, right? I want a plate. Yeah, did a lot. Like the meal prep, I think I overdid it. I'm like, I'm not ready to get on the grill to do the meal prep. I might package that all up and do that tomorrow. But yeah, you know, excited. So I came on today, the topic, I was just showing you guys what I was up to. But I was asked a question on the post I made from Sideman All Day. He asked the question, Sideman All Day was making the post about our men being silenced, and he was answering that question, and that's caused, you know, a lot of conversation on that post with everybody and people chiming in. But the active activist asked me a question on one of the threads, and he said, Rebecca Lynn Pope, you are correct. Let me see. I agree with you. I don't glorify the bad behavior, because I talked about, you know, you cannot talk about all men or all women. There's lots of different men, lots of different women with all different types of experiences. You look like Amina Butterfly. I know her. I love her to pieces. There's lots of different people in the world, you guys, with a lot of different experiences, backgrounds, a lot of different mindsets, a lot of different ways that lifestyles, people are living life. And I made a comment. He asked me, you know, men are still wanting the same thing. It's women that have changed. And I said, yes and no. You know, men do want a lot of the same things, but not always in a positive way, right? They want to keep women stuck, or they want to keep women abused, or they want to keep control of women. It's not all the same. You know, things have changed for the good and the bad. So good guys still want it the same way they've always wanted. They just want a good woman. But there's a lot of ups and downs and a lot of different ways of looking at it, and a lot of variables, right? And my niece just came back in with some stuff we needed. And one of the things that he said, he responded, he says, you are correct, I agree with you. I don't glorify the bad behavior and messaging towards women. I'm a good man, similar to your husband. I'm simple, caring, loving, protective, and I communicate. I'm smart, masculine, not abusive, and score highly in the physical attributes department. So why is it so hard for men like me to get the kinds of women you described? I'm not bawling, but I'm not broke. Is not being a rich man really that big of an obstacle today? Is not being a rich man that big of an obstacle today? So when I was talking about describing what typically men are looking for, right? They want a feminine woman, a pretty woman, a supportive woman, right? Blah, 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 etc. And he was saying, why is it so hard for good guys to find that woman? Especially, like, he's describing himself as masculine, gainfully employed, does well, but he's not rich. He's caring, loving, protective, everything, right? But he's not rich. And then why is it so hard for good guys to find good women? Because in this post, I also said that one of the things I've observed is there's lots of good women and there's lots of good men, but y'all don't like each other. Good men and good women just seem to not like each other. Ladies, good women, you tend to be attracted to the opposite of what it is you really need, right? Men, you tend to be attracted. Good guys, good girls, you're just not, you don't connect, you don't really like each other. And that's the problem, right? Too many women trying to turn a hoe into a husband, right? Too many men trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. Wait, fill us in what's happening. I'm talking about a post I made from Sideman All Day that's talking about our men being silenced. And there's a lot of conversation on that post on my page, on my IG, guys. So he asked me this question, and I'm going to answer the active activist question directly to me on this video. There are several things I've identified for why good men seem to struggle with attracting, choosing, and keeping the good women that they desire, the good women they want, okay? And look, y'all, I'm hot. Like, I need to come sit down. Y'all, I be drinking when I'm cooking. I be having wine while I'm cooking, y'all. So I'm going to pour me a little bit more wine, and I'm going to talk to y'all. So the title of this video, I didn't have time because I accidentally hit live when I didn't even know I was live, y'all. So the title of this video is Why Good Men Struggle to Attract and Keep, is the lighting wrong? Struggle to attract and keep, to choose, attract, and keep, I have to move, the lighting's bad, the women they really want, and the women they say they want. And in your heart, you really do want this woman, guys. You really do. Real talk, you do. I know from talking to enough of you that you really, really do want the good woman. You really do want the caring, loving, kind, sweet, nurturing, smart, right? Good morals, good virtues. Just, you really do want the good girl. But Hardy, you're going to have to relax. No. But you struggle to choose her, attract her, and keep her for the following reasons. So, good men, this message is for you. And this is the activist, I think your name was. I left my iPhone over there. I think that was your username on my post, babe. So I'm answering your question. So, the activist, here's what I've identified. 1, Timing. Your choices in women, you tend to have big hearts, just like good women. You have a big heart, which means that your heart is more loving, your heart is more kind, your heart is more forgiving. You do not discriminate enough. Let me start there. You do not discriminate. You do not judge enough. So if a woman is physically pleasing to you, you like how she looks, and then you can tend to attract projects. You tend to attract hurting women. Yes, Miss Wheaton, it'll be on YouTube. You tend to attract and be attracted to women who need you, women who are hurting. So a lot of the time what happens, back to my first point around timing, you're constantly involved or taken up, or you are consumed with these project women who are hurting you, disappointing you, letting you down, because your big heart, as long as she looks the way what does it for you, you'll be missing some of the intrinsic values the other stuff you really want, and your heart gets involved. So by the time you would be meeting, like, as the good girls that you would really want come along, you're in a relationship or you're married, because you're a commitment guy. You tend to be in relationships because of that big heart, because you want to be in love, because you want to have a family, because you want to have a woman, because you just want a good woman in your life. You will not be selective enough, just like women. I mean, it's just like good women, same thing. And so you will settle without even realize you're settling, because men are so visual. You don't realize that you just see the looks and the beauty, and she must be an angel because she's so pretty. And then underneath the surface is all this gobbledygook and trauma and craziness, and she's got all this stuff she's been through, and you love her, and you're trying to help her, and you're trying to be there, because here's the third downfall to good men and why the obstacles you face in attracting and keeping good women, because you're busy trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho. You definitely get caught up, because men have these egos that make you feel like you can change a situation, that you are in control, that you have the power to turn things around for people, that you can help her heal, you can help her get it together, because she's such a good woman and she's just got a few problems and she's been through things, and your compassion and your heart causes you, right, to give chances to people who end up hurting you. And the whole time you could have been vetting and meeting some really high caliber, good-hearted women who are ready to love you, ready to give you their all, ready to commit, ready to be a good woman for you. You're occupied with all the others. So timing, right? Not vetting enough, the big heart, taking on projects. Then you stay in things too long. So as time goes on and you're in these toxic relationships with the women that you don't want to be with, you then, right? Silence KD says, OMG, I noticed a couple days ago that I attract hurt women and I question why. Silence KD, it's no different than like women like me. We attract hurting men because we're kind, we're loving, we have so much love to give, and people who are hurting are attracted to that virtue, attracted to your energy, attracted to that love and kindness, attracted to that sweetness, that, you know, I mean, it's no different for women, real talk. So you attract these hurting women. So then, right, you also stay too long because you're hoping, because, oh, you see hope in everything. She got a little help, or she's working on it a little. Oh, she's going to turn it around. Oh, she's, you know, I mean, oh, she's such a good person. If only she would da-da-da. So you keep trying to hang in there thinking she's going to change, but you end up just getting more hurt, more disappointed. There's a lot of really good men who have become F-boys. A lot of really good men. I think a lot of F-boys started out as good guys. I think a lot of your bitter, angry men who have sworn off women or who just want to go, men going their own way and just want to sleep with women, a lot of them are just really good guys that got hurt from making choices. Because ultimately, this is choices. And as you're learning and as you're having these experiences, fellas, you have to learn. You have to be like, wait a minute. No more Project Patties, no more hurting Helens. They got to be doing their work too. They got to be working on themselves. They got to be, some self-awareness needs to be in place, right? Because I can't keep just hooking up and giving my all to people who are not ready to receive that and reciprocate. So I'm still talking to Active the Activist, right? I'm still answering your question, boo. So then you stay in stuff too long. Now you start getting damaged. Uh-oh, right? Now you're hurting. Now you got to do all this work to work on yourself. I'm talking for any man that's like in their 30s and 40s and 50s, because now you've been through some experiences that have hurt your heart, right? Now you don't want to give all that love to just anybody, but you got to do your own work to be healed too. Healing class is coming, yes. Okay, so then the other aspect of this is that you have developed over time physical likes. You have everything in this world with social media has created hyper vigilance around looks, around what it is you like. And then seeing a lot of this across social media versus what you just see in real life. And depending on what geographically where you live, right? It used to be you only saw a certain number of women that looked how you wanted to look or what you liked. But now with social media, it's constantly feeding your eyes and making you feel as if whatever the physical type you like is so available, right? So over time, you've developed some really strong types, physical types. Good guys, I'm talking to you, right? You've got a physical type. Now, if too much time goes on and you start getting pickier and pickier, right? Pickier and pickier about physical attributes, what she looks like physically, by the time you start adding in all of the intrinsic attributes that you really do want in that good woman, like you described, the feminine, nurturing, kind, supportive, smart, all that stuff you start adding in, and especially if you live in a larger urban metropolitan city area, the effects of social media has caused women with certain looks to be in higher demand, more attention, right? What goes along with higher demand? What goes along with more attention? More ego, right? More entitlement, more arrogance, less humility, more focus on the outside and the superficial. So if you've developed an appetite for women who look a certain way, right? And then, but you don't realize it, just like women who have unrealistic expectations, you're backing yourself very quickly into this very lonely corner because you have a physical type that actually isn't very productive about finding the intrinsic values in that package. So the more beautiful, the more fine, the more sexy, the booty, the body, the whatever it is that you've slowly but surely been, I like this, and you are literally, going up the ladder on this looks scale. For the more beautiful a woman is in 2021, the more gorgeous her body, the more whatever all that is based on our current culture of what's beautiful, right? The more you go up on that scale, the more that woman's in demand, the more opportunities there has been for her to have experiences where she's being damaged, where she's being hurt, where she's being disappointed. And so now you've developed a like That's right, LLB the Great, LLBJ the Great. Men like beautiful women, period. No getting around that. Exactly. But what you're experiencing now in modern time, in 2021 in the 21st century with social media, beautiful women aren't just beautiful anymore. See, you used to have small town beautiful girls. You used to have just the neighborhood beautiful girl. Now with social media, beautiful girls get a lot of attention. They get a lot of flattery. They get men who shine them on, men who spoil them, men who throw money at them, men who, guys, listen, right? I'm just telling you what I know. So the more beautiful the woman is, and men love beautiful women. That's right, LLBJ the Great. So now, depending on what your type of beautiful is, if you've got if it's 8, 9, 10, the likelihood of you finding that packaging with the intrinsic values that you desire, the intrinsic personality traits, the intrinsic virtues, because when you're talking about good women who love hard, are kind, nurturing, supportive, feminine, when you're talking about those attributes in a woman, a lot of it also comes with humility, graciousness, love and kindness. She's a grateful person. She's a down-to-earth person. She's a down-to-earth person. That's what goes with those intrinsic qualities. And what I've learned is it's becoming more and more rare to find beautiful women who have the intrinsic values. LLBJ the Great. Women with good looks and without. Many of them have messed up mentalities. Ugly does not actually mean they have a solid mentality. Oh, I agree, sweetheart. LLBJ the Great, I agree wholeheartedly. I've met some stank attitude 5s. I've met some stank, nasty attitude women who are 6s, who are not even, they are not by no means, homecoming queens. They are by no means, winning the beauty pageants at all. But yet they have the stankest mentalities, attitudes. I mean, this stank attitudes and mentalities are not exclusive to beautiful people. No, all kinds of people got stank attitudes. Ugly men, ugly women, fat women, all kinds of people got stank attitudes. That does not discriminate, all over the place. All I'm saying is, I have found in my personal experiences that the more beautiful a woman is, the less likely she is to have the intrinsic values that really good men are looking for. So what ends up happening, fellas, you get caught by your eyes with the attractive women, and then you do just what good women do. You idealistically fantasize. You don't pay attention to the Carfax. You don't pay attention to the behaviors that are pointing to the selfishness, the entitlement. You're not paying attention, right, to all of the things that are saying to you, she's not a very good person. She's not a very kind person. She's not a very well-balanced, loving, patient, kind, tolerant, encouraging, supportive, friendly, affable, hardworking, work ethic, family-oriented, she's not that. But you're ignoring that because of looks. Same thing women do. Let a fine man come along. So much gets excused. Looks. So when it comes to why you don't choose, attract, and keep the really good women is because in that 8, 9, 10 category, and ladies, you don't like this talk at all. I already know you don't like this talk. Y'all come for me every time I start talking about this. There's no way to get around that there are socially acceptable prototypes for what is beautiful. And we know that. We know that. Am I saying that you can't have love at any size and looks and everything? There's somebody for everybody. But we know and understand that there is acceptable, whatever we call it, for what is beautiful in our society. And just like, remember my post where I posted after my trip to Mexico and I said, oh, I got thick, right? I talk about this in bait weight. I know the size. I know my bait weight. I know where I hit more of that middle ground where when I was single, when I'm this size, when my measurements and the way my proportions come in at a certain weight for me, I'm most attractive to more men, to the broader range of men. The more I go up on that scale, the more it's specifically more to its smaller demographics of men, because they have likes. Men have likes, women have likes, right? I'm just telling you what, I'll talk about me so y'all don't get mad. I'll just talk about me, right? When I'm a 10, I'm hitting it. My curves are banging. Stomach's flat, right? Waist is cinched, snatched. Certain weight, that's my bait weight, right? I'm walking in, turning heads, double looks. Oh my, who's that? Pretty face, small waist all day. Oh boo, where you been all my life? There goes wifey right there, right? I'm just telling you what I know. Put on another 10 pounds, put on another 10 pounds, right? Remember I told you guys when I got back from Mexico, I showed you my weigh-in at 201? 30 pounds over bait weight. Woo! Can't go no higher than this. But thank God I married a man. Loves the thickness, loves the juicy, right? But I ain't gonna let myself I'm gonna get back down to bait weight and stay in my range for when I know I look and feel my best. That's bait weight. Now, did I go marry a man who wants me to be a size 2? And I gotta try to kill myself to be a size 2? No, I'm not marrying no man. I'm not dating no man. I am not dating a man who wants me to be 30 pounds less than my bait weight, 20 pounds less, 10. If you just lose 10 pounds, you be fine. If you just lose 20 pounds, you be gorgeous. Nah, boo, this is me at my best. And if this ain't good enough for you, you ain't it. Because this is me at my best. I know my body. Right? No, I had to get with a man who loves these hips, loves these thighs, love the juicy, right? Because I ain't never going to be skinny. Never. It's just not, I'm just telling you what I know, right? Rebecca Lena Pope ain't been skinny a day in her life. My daddy said I was born with thunder thighs. I was born with these thick thighs, honey. Thick thighs save lives, right? Like that. I was born with these thighs. My daddy's like, honey, baby. My daddy told me a long time ago, baby, don't be trying to kill yourself to be skinny. Right? Anyway. So, fellas, you like what you like. But in today's world, that's tricky. It's getting more and more tricky. And I would say that's the number one killer for why you don't choose, attract, and keep the good women. Because a really great woman could come along for you, but she may not be exactly what you have imagined physically. That 10, that 9. What did the 9 give you? What did the 8 give you besides a sexually transmitted disease, right? I mean, real talk. Like, what did you get out of the relationship with the 8, 9, 10? Like you, and this is where the rub. This is where the rubber meets the road. I mean, how many beautiful, I'm talking, see, guys, listen. Let's have a real talk, ladies. We are not all 8, 9s, and 10s. See, your friends are nice. You can't listen to your friends. I'm just telling you what I know. We're not 8, 9s, and 10s. 8, 9s, like 9s and 10s are beautiful naked. I need y'all, like, let's just have real girl talk for 1 second. I know I'm talking about fellas, but real, like, they're beautiful naked. They're beautiful in like bikinis. I've had 3 babies, okay? These stretch marks on my tummy ain't going nowhere. Thank God Mr. Pope love them, right? There's fellas that love you. Listen, but everybody don't want that and everybody don't need that. Okay? But at the end of the day, fellas, if you desire and like, or you, because let me tell you how human psychology works. Let me have another sip of wine. Woo! Real talk, right? Real talk. Fellas, just like ladies, you sleep with or date 1, 8, or 9. Right? 1, 8, or 9. And now that becomes your standard. Oh, she was fine. Fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. You get with one beautiful woman who's like super gorgeous. You just happen to find, like, you know, it was just this special circumstance and you snagged her, you bagged it, and you got yourself, like, she was fine. Well, then it doesn't work out because she half crazy, but now you're like, oh my God, that becomes the new standard in your mind. That becomes like you're looking for her with all of the intrinsic qualities you really desire, but you're still looking for that 8, 9, like what you experienced with her physically, but now you don't realize that you're looking for a unicorn. You're like, oh my God, Felicia was so gorgeous, but she was crazy, dude. She was crazy, bruh. I just need me a Felicia who's sane. I just need me a Felicia who's just halfway decently, well balanced. Can I just find a Felicia that ain't half crazy? No, you can't. Guys, I know I'm being funny, but I'm serious. Like, I mean, they so pretty, guys. They so gorgeous, and men just, do the most. That's me, Joanne. I'm thick fit. Yeah, that's my goals in life. Thick fit. I ain't trying to be no fitness model. And these are the things, fellas, that are your downfall. Because if you stop and think about it, men who aren't on social media that much don't struggle this much. Men who are in smaller towns don't struggle as much with relationships. A lot of the time, guys, this is also like a city thing. It's a metropolitan, sophisticated, socioeconomic thing. Because in the cities, there's more options, or seemingly, it seems like there's more options. If you're in a city like Atlanta, LA, New York, every other second, fella, you're seeing a beautiful woman walk down the street. You go into the small towns, you ain't seeing big booty Judies. You ain't seeing somebody drop dead gorgeous every other block, every 5 to 10 minutes when you're in these smaller towns. You literally better choose the best thing you can from the time you graduated high school, college. You got the prettiest girl you could in your small town and wifed her up. I used to live, when I married Carrie, guys, I moved out to what I call the country. I call it the country, right? And out in the country, like Covington, Conyers, Georgia. Stop, hey, Hardy. Out in the country, I'm looking around. I would just go out to the grocery store. I would go to Home Depot. I would go to the movies. And I'm just paying attention. Guys, I'm a people watcher. I pay attention to human behavior. I'm a connoisseur of people. I just analyze. Look, I don't miss nothing when it comes to people. And out in, the suburbs and the smaller towns, you look around, women don't look like they look in the city. Real talk. Women do not look like they look in the city. they look more average. You know, they look more like moms, like aunties, right? They're looking more like, you know, it's not the glam girls. It's not the vixen. It's not the bomb bodies. You're talking about moms. You're talking about women who've had a few babies. You know, they're married. They're settled down. It ain't a whole lot. Like, if you single out in the small towns, it's not like, fellas, you have a lot to choose from. I realized really quickly, ladies, if you catch yourself a single man from like a smaller town, he more than likely wasn't married to somebody like really, 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 really pretty or really, really sexy. So, right, it's like his standards. Hold on, guys, I gotta check my cake. Hold on, I gotta take my baked beans out, y'all. And I gotta check my corn. Hold on, I forgot I had the grill going, guys. Hold on. So yeah, like, you know, I observed, it was like, it wasn't a whole lot of like really, really, oh gosh, guys, I'm burning my corn. Look in here talking to kids are gonna be so mad at me. Let me turn this grill off. A couple of these pieces done got definitely like real done. You wanna see my corn? Look, guys, my corn. Oh, it's not so bad. Just a couple of them got real done. Okay, let me take my corn in the house, y'all. Turn these off. So yeah, like in the country, in the suburbs, guys, people don't be so like beautiful and drop dead gorgeous and bomb bodies and everything, you know, like, but it's in the cities. A lot of the people talking, a lot of these people on social media talking about all these problems between men and women, you know, there's a whole demographic of people who cannot relate to any of that at all. They're just living their best little suburban life. Real talk. I'm trying to make sure my greens are okay, guys. Joanne says, dang, so I got to look somewhere in Iowa somewhere, huh? You listen, Joanne, real talk, honey. You might have to. Because these urban, sophisticated, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to compete with everybody on social media, trying to look and, you know, yeah, it gets complicated real quick, right? Listen, okay, whoa, somebody said they got fine countrymen in Iowa. Boom, boom, okay, woo, y'all got me excited. Let me tell you what I found out living out in the suburbs in the country. No, baby, no, I'm not talking to you. Shh. So I would be at the movie theater and I would just observe the people walking by, and it would be like average looking women, but you look at the husband, he's fine, cute. Oh, like, okay. Wait a minute. Yes. I was like, oh honey, if you mess up, he's gonna get snatched. Somebody will be snatching your husband if you don't watch out. Because listen, how do y'all think I got Mr. Pope? Divorced like 2 years. Literally. Okay? Good man. Not a city man. Not all this rhetoric on social media. Look, women ain't this and women ain't that. Man, please. They're over there living, just working hard. Taking care of their families. They don't think about women like that. No, baby. No. And so, out in the suburbs in the country, go to Home Depot. I dare you to drive out to the suburbs and go to a Home Depot. I was in a Home Depot picking up some stuff. We were remodeling our old house. And literally, I was in the Home Depot, and I'm just seeing man after man. Whoa, like, and then you see them talking to women. The single ones are hitting on the women in Home Depot. Home Depot's where the men are at. I'm telling you, like the hard-working men, the fix-it-yourself men, the construction men, I'm giving y'all tips. These are real tips. I'm telling you what I saw. The Healthy says, now I was out there before I got smart. I'm near Dallas. That's where I found my unicorn. Listen, I'm not trying to burn my cake, y'all. My family, Carrie will be mad. I'm not trying to burn my cake. Okay, it's getting there. Anybody else like that? You keep putting the timer up another few minutes just to make sure it gets done, but that you don't burn it? That's what I do. Anyway, no, Hardy, no, I'm not talking to you. Guys. Okay, guys, you just want to be quiet. It sucks for women too in small towns. I know. Yes, because honestly, like if you're single and everybody's married, that sucks too. But I'm just saying for the single ladies, pay attention when a man gets divorced from the small towns, because they can be like some of the best men. Anyway, so back to my topic. Good men, the dilemma and the struggle. The dilemma and the struggle is that men have such high standard for looks that it's what gets you in trouble, because men love beautiful women, just like the fella said above, right? Dallas is a big city, right? Dallas is city, y'all. You got to be looking in them suburbs around Dallas. Yeah, it's this. Anyway, so that's my answer to the active activist. I'm answering your question specifically. Do you have to be rich why is it so hard if you're not rich to attract the kind of woman you want? It's because of your preferences for looks. And because you've already been so caught up with women, and it's the timing that you haven't even been available for the good women, because you already always caught up with the problematic woman you're dating at the time. Oh, okay, baby. Miss Beauty and Wellness says, in a small town, it's horrible too, because people are fighting over the same 5 men. Right. It becomes a supply and demand thing in the small towns, for sure. Anyway, guys, I have to run. This is my answer to the active activist about why good men struggle if they're not rich to attract the kind of woman they want. It's because you love beautiful women. So I'm not giving you any answers. Except the same thing we're talking about with the ladies. It's the same thing. You're going to have to find, if you're really trying to find that unicorn, you're going to have to get a woman who's not from the city, who hasn't been, spoiled and entitled by all of the treatment, right, that really beautiful women get, especially in the cities. Do not bite my slippers. Hardy, stop biting my slippers. You're going to have to, kind of go a little further out trying to look for what it is you're really wanting, because trying to find that in the city, very difficult because of the treatment. All right, guys, my beeper's going off again. I got to get my cake out, and I got to make my peach cobbler. I love you guys. Blessings in abundance. I will talk to you soon. I'm going to put a title on this one for Active the Activist, right? To title this, Why Good Men Struggle to Attract Good Women, something like that. I'll go back and look at his comments and give a title on it. All right, guys, love you. Blessings in abundance. Happy Sunday. I'll see you this week on my lives. Don't forget, Bait Weight Challenge is coming, right? Bait Weight Challenge is coming, and don't forget the healing class is coming too. All right, you got to sign up, get on the wait list. Make sure you get on the wait list. Great classes. There's limited availability, so you want to be on the wait list so you're the first one to get it. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.